Happy Sunday. So I just did a video talking about basically, what's it called? Gosh, lost me. But basically it's not too late to start designing your life. And I share a lot about the philosophy of 719 style, being that our philosophy is interior design plus personal style equals lifestyle, life as style. And so the equation is interior design plus allows for your personal style to emerge, and then those in conversation lead to lifestyle. And I was just thinking about it because a lot of times we feel like we need permission to design our life. And I want to share with you guys, on 719 Style, I interview artists, designers, creatives all the time. And it's interesting how their second chapter of their life, they've leaned into what it is they've always wanted to do. And they allow themselves to author their life, pretty much, to give themselves the authority to make those decisions. And that's basically the philosophy behind 719 Style. Is 719 Style, we believe that style is authorship. And this thing about authority. Now that's an interesting thing. Because the thing is, when it comes to designing our life and allowing for our true essence, our true personal style to emerge, we are waiting for permission. But I want to offer it to you that you have the authority, which is the interior design. Like, authority is decision making and standing on business, as they say. So when we talk about interior design, we look at it as having the authority to reject, allow. What do you allow in your house? What do you collect? What things you find meaningful? What are your house rules? How do you position furniture so it functions a certain way? This is authority. This is editing. This is authority. And so as we become the designer, it's not too late to design your life. You become the designer, the editor. You start refining. Okay, this doesn't belong in my home anymore. Or what are you starting to allow into your house? What are you starting to collect? What is starting to hold meaning for you? These kind of things. It is not too late to become the interior designer. Because the thing is, you have the authority to. And another thing, we say, like I said, we believe at 719 Style, style's authorship. And authority actually comes from author. I mean, they mean the same thing. You can look it up. I don't know exactly what it means, but something like that. But it is this, you have the authority of your life to be the interior designer and to make those calls. Happy Sunday. See, like right now, I have the authority to turn back around and not go up these stairs, but hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Come on. Let's not trip. We're not gonna trip. Yes, yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Okay, girl, we tripped and it fell on our face. Hell, but hey, listen. We got back up. We kept going. My knee hurts though. And so I do want to add something else. So as far as the interior design, it's like you're creating the conditions and the atmosphere and the portal, actually, for your personal style to emerge. Now, your personal style, you probably already know it's in there. And so it's just an allow it. And you have the authority to make those decisions, to create the conditions for that personal style to emerge. Now, that might look like, changing some things up in your home. Because the thing is, your space becomes something that is a reflection of you. It is a reflection of your inner world. And when you cultivate the right conditions, your personal style just naturally. Now, with that being said, that becoming the interior designer, designing your life and having the authority to make those decisions, that might just look like you just do a refresh of your home, right? Or it might need a renovation, or you might need to move homes altogether. It depends. I wrote an article and I said, you know, when it comes to being the interior designer, you look around and you say, oh, this is me. But you also might look around and say, oh, this is not me, because we are raised, and everyone is, in someone else's inner world, their interior design, their home. And so when we get out on our own, we start to cultivate and recognize, like, oh, this doesn't fit me anymore, or it never did. So it is important too. And that's where authority comes in. The authority, you start refining, you start editing, you start creating your own house rules and discovering who you are, basically through the interior designing process. And what's going to happen is you'll see, oh, as you look around, this is me. This is me. And that makes all the difference when it comes to your personal style, your identity. And when those are in conversation together, interior design and personal style, your lifestyle changes. And gosh, I know I've made this story quite long, but I did want to share that. Anyways, happy Sunday.